Test, test, check, 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 check streaming, test, test. Hang on, test streaming, test, checking, check. Is it live? Is it test, test, check sound, test, 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 check sound, test. Wait, so there's a delay. Test, 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 check sound, test. Test gonna be working on a support. Gonna be showing a simple support on a Headsculpt. Orthographic on. Setting up the orientation. Test, test. Hello, Luis Hernandez. Thank you very much. Can you hear my voice? Can you hear my voice? It's been a while that I do a live stream, so I kind of forgot all of my stream setting, and I am still kind of testing. Okay, audio, it's good. So shall I start? Shall I start? First up on orientation. Usually when you import the model, it will have this orientation where the face is facing forward. But for a head sculpt, I would usually tilt for the eyes is looking up. Looking up just a little bit so I could avoid support the nose here. I do not like to support this nose area. Now, make sure the leaf is like 4 millimeters. I usually use 4 millimeters, but it is fine if you guys want to use a higher, like 5 or 6. But I always prefer 4 millimeters. And if you do have an issue with your with your print coming out too short, I highly suggest use minimum 5. Now let's get on to the support. Uh, Lately, I've been doing support on Lychee all the time because of this function here. The snap on grid. I would turn it on, change the grid interval to 4. And yeah, let's search the islands using the islands detector. Still detecting the islands. Good. Now all finished. Huh. I set hotkeys for my support size. One is like 0.22. It is my light support. Two, if you look at the left here, you could see the key that I press. Two is for 0.28 millimeters. Size for the support tip, three and 0.4. And then hotkey number 4 is 0.12. 5 is 0.22, but this is for a two contact support point. Number 6 is 0.28 for mini support on two contact. Let me show it. Will it show up? Let's see. See this mini dual contact support. 6 is 0.28 millimeters. 5 is 0.22. I do not set for the 0.12 millimeter size. And for my support shaft, the column here, all I set them at 1.2 millimeter. Tip 1.2 millimeter. Look at the right of the screen, 1.2 millimeters. And for the base, joint cone, this thing here, I set them at 0.7 millimeters. The diameter of the base is at 6 millimeters and my thickness is at zero point 0.3. You want to, okay, Luis Hernandez, can you show the tip config that you have? Yes, the tip config. This is the tip config. The length is 3 millimeters. The tip diameter is hotkey number 1. Here, look at the right, almost right corner of the screen. Hotkey number 1, 0.22. Hotkey number 2, 0.28. Hotkey number 3, 0.4. And hotkey number 4, 0.12. Look at my cursor, my mouse cursor. 1, 0.22, 0.28, 0.4, 0.12. Now, for the hotkeys, you could set it by your own preference, but this is my preference. Then this is how I can do support fast. And I also set the hotkey X to do the quick delete. See? And then for the Z for the quick bracing. That is my hotkey, so do not get confused. Z is for my quick bracing, X is for delete. C, I set the hotkey C to change the visibility of the support. So I just show the tip. This way I could easily edit if I want to press this space bar. And I could check all of my other support without some supports in the way. Oh, okay, let's get started. Back to C, delete. On this orientation, I will use zero point 0.4, my heavy support, on all around the bottom of the model here. And then go to C, so I could just see the tip. You could use the symmetry, but I'm not sure if this model is symmetry. And for the support distance, this is more like just there's no set formula for my support distance because it is more of my instinct from years of doing manual support. So roughly the distance is like, how should I say, one or two support apart. And then continue. Just put all. See, this is the under the chin. We want to make sure we have a good, strong, and stable support. This is for extra strength. This is too close. I don't like it. That could damage the surface of the chin here. So this one I will switch to 0.28 and then add more 0.28 here for extra stability. And then back to the size 0.4, my heavy support. So now I would set heavy support is 0.4, medium support is 0.28, and my light support is 0.22. Okay, guys? Still continue with my heavy support all the way back to the start point. Here, I would add my medium to help keep it stable. So when it is printing at this height, Lower it again. So when the printing is printing just about this area, you want them to be stable. You want all the early layers to be quite stable. Okay. Hang on. My hands is itchy. Hang on. Sorry, guys. Now, depends on your printer settings, depends on your exposure. Some people like to use very low exposure. Some people use a somewhat almost overexposed settings. If your setting is like almost overexposed, this amount of support for the anchor is enough. But if you are the person that like to use very low support, sorry, I mean very low exposure. Sorry, I got mixed up. If you like to use very low exposure, make sure you to add more here, so your model can survive the peeling force during printing. If you use a somewhat high exposure, you don't need this extra inside support. Okay, now switch to medium size. Under the ear, usually there's an island here, but on this model there's no island, but I would still to prefer put one medium support here, and then some light support here and here, because what we want the ear to same, we want them to be stable during printing. See, look at this area, they are hanging out. If you do not give them any kind of support, you could expect that you have a bad print lines around this area. So I will do the same with the other side. This one is medium, and then light here and here. There's a bug in the model. Somehow there's an island here, but it is fine. It is fine. Now for the hair tip, this is somewhat tricky. This is kind of simple, but somewhat tricky. Start with 0.2, switch to C, switch the visibility, full support. Start with 0.2 here, and then switch to medium to help keep the hair tip stable and uh, uh, how should I say it? For this part here can survive the peeling force. 0.2 at the tip, light support at the tip, and medium support or 0.28 somewhere around here. Now I will do the same to all the other hair tip. 0.2. I am pressing Alt and then generate extra support here for medium size. If you just put 0.2 and this one is also 0.2, the tip will fail. So yeah, give it 0.2 and 0.3. Sorry, this one light support, this one medium. This way your model can survive, especially for the hair tip. This is somewhat tricky. It is very close, but there is also a gap. And the gap here is somewhat useless. Usually it will just merge because of the exposure for during printing, and then don't worry about that. Sorry, this is supposed to be light, adjust it to the tip, and this one is medium, light and medium. So look at my most of the hair tip that I am supporting. I only give two support: medium, sorry, light for the tip, medium to help keep it stable and fight the peeling force. But if you are not confident, you could add one more medium size over here or light support. That depends. Sorry, Luis Hernandez. Message retracted. Are you asking something? Sorry, I do not see the chat all the time. Okay, back on the third support for the hair tip, you could use 0.28 or your medium size support or light support, depends on your preference. But because this is my support setting and my print setting, I am confident it will survive with just these two support. Light support. Now this one here is kind of long. I will give 0.28 here, medium size support, and I will add more extra light support. Hang on. Let's see. Let's see. I'm not sure. Let's check it again. Oh yeah. Before the model joining here, this is quite big, so I will change this to medium size. Now it will be good. Switch to the other side here. The tip here is very small. This is a very small overhang, so 1.2 or the light support should survive. Both light support, same with this side. No. This side here is a bit longer, so 0.2 light support and medium to extra strength. Same over here, light support. Oh, I am generating this small support. This small support. This one, the three the fan support or tree support. How should I call it? Hang on. Rogerio Fialho. Hi Dennis. I have printed a Venom and everything was okay until a couple weeks passed by. What happened? The model cracks? If the model cracks, that means you don't wash it enough the inside hollow. Yeah. You have to do extra washing for the inside. Some parts are like opening and some layers are separating. Yeah, the usual problem for the inside is not properly clean, and then after curing, the shrinkage of the outside of the model and the inside they are not shrinking at the same rate. Hence, the model crack and separate. Run, Runkle Still Skin, it's nice to see you again. Yes, nice to see you too. I've been trying to do live streaming for doing support, but life happens. Back to this model. The first one is 0.1, the light support, and then the branching here is medium support. On this side here, it is quite small, so both support 0.2 or the light support should survive. Here, light support and then medium for the branch. Control Alt, Control Alt. The difference if you press Alt, if you just press Alt, it will come out like this. Delete. If you press Control Alt, it will come out like this. And then give it a nice place. So this is my light and this is my medium size. Here I will just use medium for the islands and then use light support to keep it stable. Another one here. Light, light support, medium, and light. So medium is like the anchor. This is quite high and not as high as peeling force. Sorry, I mean the peeling force is not as strong as this bottom area. So 0.3 is good enough for anchor. Sorry, back to Rogerio Fialho. Yes, I didn't finish yet. It's opening all holes. What do you mean opening all holes? Maybe you could send me the image on my social media because describing on the chat is kind of hard to imagine. It's opening all holes. If you experience something like delamination, there is a chance that your exposure is slightly underexposed. Maybe you could raise like zero point 0.2 or zero point 0.4 for your exposure setting. Here, medium support, I will adjust it a bit to the center of the island and then Control Alt. Oh my God, what is wrong? Is it my keyboard? Control Alt, light support, and light support here. Yeah, Rogerio Fialho, contact through my social media. Send me the image. That way is easier to identify the problem. Sorry, I forgot to delete this one. Then for another hair tip here, this is quite small. It should survive with just a light support, but it will not generate under here. I generated like around here. And then with the space bar, I adjust the position of the support tip. One support tip, light should be enough. Same with over here, light. No, this one is a bit smaller. This one is the one, sorry, zero point 0.1 support should be enough. Also 0.1, 0.1 here, just to keep them stable. Here, light support, adjust it to the center of the island. And then add another one, light support here. And for this side here, yeah, it is quite thin. It is quite thin. Let me think. Let me think for a moment. See, count. I mean, it's not painting yet. Rogero Fialho. Okay, this I'll do it. Thanks, bro. Come to Brazil. Amen. Amen to that. If my situation is getting better and I have the funding, I will definitely go to Brazil. I want to see the what is it called again? I forgot the name. Yeah, there's a lot of things that I want to see in Brazil. Okay, back to the support because I cannot generate at a good position here. I don't like this. I am placing the support here. This is to help them stable, and then add support Control Alt at the island. Both are light support. Let's focus on this hair tip. About this big, about an object about this big, this hair tip here, simply zero point 0.2 may not be enough. So I will add another one. Click the last branch support. Let's call this branch support. See this one, Control Alt, and then this. You could add quick adding another branch support by Shift Alt. See, Shift Alt. That's why I have been using Lychee lately. Can you explain density of the support? Density of the support, I'm not sure what do you mean by the density, but I am using the structure support using the grid modes. Tap on grid, I turn them on. The grid interval is 4 millimeters. The size of the shaft, the support shaft is 1.2 millimeters. And for the support tip, you could watch the rerun of this live streaming because I already explained the size of the support earlier in this video. Okay, continue. Let's continue. This here will survive without any support. We don't need to add any stabilizer support. Now, look at the eyebrow. There's no way we could use 0.22. I will use 0.12 for the eyebrow for this side here and this here. This is too close for comfort, so I will adjust it. So about that, and same one here. I will adjust the placement of the support, and then Control Alt again with the size 0.2. Yo, what is wrong? Is it my keyboard or the program for that island? And Shift Alt for this island. We are nearly the completion of this support. Almost, almost. And then looks like there is how many islands left? Three islands. I gotta say the island detection is quite good for Lychee. The surface area for the island here is quite big, so I will give it a 0. The medium size. Sorry, it is showing red, which means not enough distance for your model. So the support will fuse to the model. I will adjust it like this. Sorry, if we place it here, it's not at the center of the island. There's a high chance that this will fail. But if you place it like here, it will not generate or showing red like before. Come on, show red, show red. I want to give an example. Oh, yo. Oh, let's undo, undo, undo. Nope, nope, it will not show up again. Show red like this. If your support is already at the center, but your shaft is red, adjust it with your spacebar. Oh, by the way, only Lychee Pro can use this spacebar function, okay, to adjust the branching of the support. And then the tip here is 0.28. We want to add some stabilizer to this side. Control Alt. Yo, Control Alt. This is light support. This two will be enough because the island is using medium size support. Another one here. Adjust the placement. Add light support. Yo, light support. Oh yeah, this one medium, this one light support. About here. This should be good. And this is the very last support. It is quite tricky because the space. So carefully adjust it down here. The angle is too low, so adjust it. Pull this back a bit and then pull this down. This is a much better angle for support. Now that I have support all of the islands, it is time to brace them. And my brace setting is default bracing. Yeah, I just use the default bracing. There's no special setting on my bracing settings for Lychee. Click your model. I set up the hotkey Z for the bracing. Bracing. Sorry. Uh, Konstantin Zaleski. Sorry if I butcher your name. Sorry. Your supporting is meditative. Do you use UV tools? No, I never touched UV tools since like 5 years ago. Redentor Christ. Yes, that is what I'm talking about. That is what I want to see in Brazil. Runkle Steelskin, you are no longer using spear as a contact shape. Because I am using Lychee and I learned it from my friend Anthony Manfield from Tablefield Foundry. You guys should check out his channel. He teach about Lychee support. And yeah, because of him, I now switch to Lychee. But this is mainly using the same setting like Anthony's main field support setting, but I will do some adjustment like for example, sorry, we deviate a lot. For example, this heavy support 0.4. I think I want to adjust it to the breaking point 0.38. Wait, 0.4 tip diameter 0.38. See, this is a small breaking point. 0 0.4 is small enough to have minimum damage on your print surface, but it is also strong enough as anchor. This is what I want to use on my support setting, but I will do a more focused video about my support setting on Lychee. But for now, you guys could check out Table Flip Foundry. His channel is mainly using Lychee. Maybe I will do more support using Lychee because yeah, I have to admit I like their support, but for slicing, I still prefer Chitu. Okay. Back to the main topic. Now I press my hotkey Z for the bracing. These two here, they are not a tripod shape, so there's a high chance that they could wobble during printing. So I will press Alt and add support here, and then brace them again. So it's like a tripod. So these three now become tripod, and they are more stable. This is especially important if the support is very high and the model is very big. The same with this two support here. We need to add the third leg or the tripod. They become joined. It is fine. It is fine. Also this one here. And this solo support. I add two legs to make it a tripod. Another tripod here. Let's just call it tripod. Okay. Another tripod here. And this one, and the whole support here join. And that is good. Okay, I think I almost finished. Oh no! Wait. These four support here, they are too straight. They are too straight. Uh, uh, Sorry, it sounded funny. They are too straight, so I add an extra leg here to keep them stable. And okay, let me do a quick check. Now all good. If it were my model, I will finish here. But just in case you are not confident because you like this experience, I've been doing manual support for like 10 years. You could add extra support on the inside. You could use medium. Medium is enough. Medium size is enough. I will switch to support tip view, pressing my hotkey C. You could add extra support here on the inside of the head sculpt to keep the model more stable to avoid bad print lines. Zero point 0.2 or medium. Medium is enough because they are not for anchor, they are to help the model stable. And then add another one. And sorry, I mean add another line of support here. These are all to keep your model stable. It is random distance as long as you put them like this. This will help your model to become much more better result after printing. Rontal still skin. Has Lychee become better in hollowing, especially in point of keeping main cavity? Yes. Yes, I have to agree. it becomes much more better in hollowing. As a matter of fact, Lychee always the best choice to hollow your model and give it drain hole. Uh, the one that has issue with hollowing and drain hole is Chitubox. Okay, now the supports are all finished. The last touch is this, the raft. We have some small gap here. So when print, it will start on the first layer like this. This create a small area of suction cup. You have two choice. You have two choice because we are using the support grid mode here. You could add some here and then sorry. Let me check again. Oh, we need like one, two, three. We need to add more support in this, and then where is it again? Where is it again? I forgot. Somewhere here. No place for the support here. Let's say use the smallest one just to give it a rough at the bottom. Another one around here. Use the smallest. This way you have a very clean rough area. I mean the support rough. Or or undo everything. Use this rough function. I usually choose this one shape wall, but we want to get rid of this lip around the rough because basically you are printing suction cup here. If your printer setting is good, your print will be survived. But if you're a beginner, this is a big suction cup. So what I would do is the thickness, I would change it to 0.3. And then for the walls, 0. And then the angle wall, also 0. So we just have this flat rough and all the support bottom connected. And we have a slight taper here to help your spatula slide under your support rough. And that is how I would do this support for this simple head sculpt. I'm finished. I am finished. Okay. Is there any more question, guys, before I end the live stream? And the video rerun will be available. You guys could, if you miss the start of the stream, you could watch the rerun. So I give some explanation on my support setting and all, and yeah, and all and all and all. I guess no questions from everyone. Okay, I will be ending my stream. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you everyone for joining. See you guys maybe on my next video or maybe on my next live stream. Bye bye. And where is it? Where is it to stop the stream? I forgot where to stop the stream. Okay, over here. Bye. Thank you guys very much. See you.